It's time to dish with D. That's me. Everybody's looking for the WW app updates. Some people don't have them, some people do. So what I did is I already have the updates, so I did a screen record and showing you what they are. It is a rolling update, which you know what that means. You'll get it when you get it. I'm not a fan of these rolling updates. I feel like if it's out, everybody should have it at once, but I get it. I guess I get it. I'm not sure if I do get it, but this is where I'm going to show you how they're giving you extra information when you track food. It's interesting. It's telling you why, like if you see something that doesn't make sense, that's like 8 to 10 points and only 200 calories, it's telling you why. The good is in blue and the bad is in like a pinkish reddish, I guess. It's saying it's high because it's X amount of sugar, X amount of fat. It's good because it's X amount of protein, X amount of fiber. So it's giving you, so it's making you aware of why this point. It's not telling you not to eat it. It's just saying, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't have too much of this, but having it occasionally never hurt anybody. So I think it's helpful. Now, I always knew that was the reason, but I think seeing it may help a lot of people. A lot of people don't like Weight Watchers. I know that. But I feel like it's a plan that gets you to eat better. That is why it has the point system. It works if you use it correctly. And also, it works if you use your weekly points. I see so many people saying they don't eat enough, they were starving, yada, 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 but they've never gotten to those weekly points. So I feel like if you're not using those weekly points, you really shouldn't. And having that calories now in there is your way to double check yourself, because you know what? You could have used 34 points, but you're still within your calorie deficit. So give the tools that's there. Use them. Even if you're a person that doesn't want to deal with calories, you don't have to. The calories at the bottom, you don't even have to look at them. But when you're undecided whether to have that last thing because you don't know, that's when you scroll down there and you check and you're like, oh, I definitely have the calories for it. Yeah, I'm up to 35 points, but I'm only at 1,300 calories. I should be at 1,500 calories and still be in a deficit. That will help you make that decision. I feel like that's what it's there for. It's not there for you to look at it constantly. It's there for you to double check. So I feel like if you're still complaining, I think you're not really utilizing all that you have. You're paying for all that. You know, you're paying a lot of money for that app. Use the bells and whistles that they have. They're there for a reason. So follow the plan the way it's supposed to be made. It's not supposed to have those weeklies sit up on a shelf, especially if you're earning some. If you're working out and earning weeklies, you should be eating them and eating them with good stuff. Like I said, I don't earn points to go out to eat cake. Like, I'm earning points for cake. I'm going to go exercise for cake. No, I'm going to go exercise for cheese. I'm going to go exercise for mayonnaise. I'm going to go exercise for maybe a little bit more pasta. That's what I do. You know, we do have those treats, though. Let's face it. We do have those treats. We just don't have them every day. Or we find a fun way to fit them in. Or we find fun, different ways to have them. So I just did a video on all my favorite protein bars. And I do explain in there why I utilize protein bars. If you didn't see that video, it was out Wednesday. I will link it at the end. But let's get to that app tutorial. And thank you for watching. I'm going to end it right after the app tutorial. I'm not going to do another. You don't need to see me again. But thanks for watching. If you're not, hit that subscribe button. Join us here at Dish with D. We'd love to have you as part of our YouTube family where we talk about weight loss. I lost 100 pounds on Weight Watchers. I'm currently trying to lose 15 more. We'll do it. We'll do it. And hit a thumbs up, questions, leave them in the comment section below. I will be glad to help you out if I can. All right, let's roll that new app footage. All right, how we start and find out is make sure your Weight Watchers app is updated. I always tell you, go to the App Store, search Weight Watchers app, because they're supposed to automatically update and they never do. And you go to Weight Watchers and see where it says open. That should say update. But if it doesn't, there's no updates for you today. Mine updated a week ago. So we're just going to go right into the app. And a few of the new things are the plus sign at the bottom, which you can reach this at any screen to track food. I've already talked about that. But if I want to go all the way down here, which I did not mention, this is their way of bringing back the blue dots. This is days in point budget, the weekly budget progress. Compare how many days you stayed in budget this week. If you have a blue dot, you're in budget. If you have a gray dot, you're out of budget. Or blank, it means you didn't track. So I was in budget all week. I do pretty well with tracking. I could be better actually, but I'm decent. And like I said, you strive for at least being decent. But that is for my Blue Dot fans, the new Blue Dot, which again, it's not on the forefront. It is really kind of hidden. Like I don't really have to see it because I really have to look mostly here or here. I don't have to go down here. So I feel like it's not, it used to be up top where you would see it over here, but they said, look, just notice a 225-day streak. Can we appreciate that for 1 minute, that I have 225 days of tracking something? Most times I do track at least 2 meals. I don't always get the third one in, but you know what? Now it reminds me. It'll say, you did not track dinner yet. I'm like, oh, okay. So when it does it, I do go in and track. But yeah, let's appreciate that I do have a streak, which is very rare for me, but I'm really proud of that. So I did track breakfast because I'm filming this right after breakfast, so my breakfast is tracked. Now, interesting that this is another update. Now, I don't know. We'll see. Let's pick the Canadian bacon. Now it says, if you look, it says the date, the breakfast. And remember, if you tracked wrong, you could always just switch it to a different meal right here. But now it says what's impacting the food's points, which is really interesting because we don't know why something is high or low in points. But this one says it's a higher source of protein, gives it a plus, and the pink is the negative. It's saying it's higher in sodium. So it has 346 milligrams of sodium, and I only had 2 slices. So that's pretty high. But that will be in your next update, giving you ideas like why something is this point. Because sometimes we just don't know. I mean, we know it's got to be a reason. But that's for that one. Now, let's see. This is some kind of little round I have. Got this at Sprouts. So it says it's higher in calories and higher in added sugar. So it's 160 calories for this little round. Well, I shouldn't say little. It's about the size of an English muffin, just not as thick as an English muffin. So it comes out to be 5 points. And so the calories are 160. So it says higher in added sugar. Let's go down to the sugar. So it's 7 grams of added sugar. No, I'm sorry. 3 grams is 7 total and 3 added of that 7. So that's pretty high for a little morning round, but I think it's, what does it say? I think it's a flavored one. I don't know. I think it's a cranberry, maybe orange. I'm not really sure. So that's probably where those added sugars are coming from. So that again, why it has 5 points. So I think it's nice. It's letting you know that it's not telling you not to eat it, but here's the reason why it's this, because of these 2 things. So it tells you good and bad, which I think is helpful. Because, like, maybe you might not want to get that again. But you know what? It's a journey. And if you want to have it, like I said, you tracked it. You moved on. So I feel sometimes that's a good thing and a bad thing. Like, egg comes out as higher source of protein. Now, it doesn't say it's high in fat, which I honestly think it should be said because it's 4.76 in total fat. Only 151.56 in sat fat. So it kind of balances out. You know, they go back and forth whether eggs are good for you or they're bad for you. Right now, they're currently good for you. Let's look at the egg whites. So look at that. It's only got 0.17 in total fat and no saturated fat. And there's still, in 3 tablespoons, 10 grams of protein. I'm going to be honest with you. If you're looking to lower your fat, try egg whites. They really are the super powerhouse. I mean, let's look at that. 10 grams of protein and 3 tablespoons of egg whites. Let's go back to the egg and see the whole egg itself only has 6.3 grams of protein. So, I mean, if you're looking for protein, honestly, that's why I do 1 egg and egg whites, because I feel I'm getting more. If I did 2 eggs, I would only get 12 or 13 grams of protein. If I did all egg whites, I'd have close to 20 grams of protein. So if you're looking for high protein, honestly, I would incorporate some egg whites into your life. It's just, my personal opinion. You don't have to. Like I said, I get the carton at Aldi. Every store has them. This says egg whites. It's just quite easier, honestly. I wouldn't buy an egg and throw out the yolk. To me, that's wasteful. I would just buy the carton of egg whites. But yeah, so any kind of decadent thing, let's go search something. Do I have anything high in points here? This is when you track your breakfast, it all comes up here. So let's see what it has for avocado mash. It has higher source of fiber. It doesn't say it's high in fat. It has 8 grams of fat and only 1 sat fat, but it has 4 grams of fiber. So that's the bonus of avocado. So it's only looking at that. It's not saying, how about the coffee creamer? It's not giving me any information about that. Okay. It doesn't give you more information about. How about the Prime Bites brownie? Okay, it's high source of protein. It's high in calories, high in added sugar, higher in saturated fat. So that's why it is 10 points for that. It's the peanut butter candy crumb brownie. I'm going to be honest, I probably split that with somebody because it was I don't need 250 calories as an after dinner treat. But again, look at that. See, 250 calories and 10 points. Now, if you had 2 of those, it would be 20 points. You only have 500 calories, which is almost a third of what I need. So you can't always go by those points, but it's telling you why those points are high. It's the calories for what they want it to be, the sugar and the saturated fats. It's 8 grams of fats, and we have 13 grams of total sugar, which includes 6 of added sugar now. That's the reason. So it just helps you eat better. And that's when people complain about Weight Watchers, say, oh, it gives, now it's pointing it out to you. It's giving it to you broken down, where we knew that's why it was 10 points. In my mind, I knew that's why it was high because of those things. But now you can see it. So maybe seeing it physically will help you make better choices. So that is the only updates that I have to share today. I mean, oh, don't forget to follow me on Connect. Follow me on Connect. You should. I don't know what I am on Connect. That's a fun fact. I think I am, if you find, let me look, Dish with D. I don't think you could, oh yeah, put in Dish with D. There I am. There you go. Come join me on Connect. I have over 3,000 followers, so come follow me. I do post occasionally, like my little protein thing. I posted the balls, of course. I got to post the balls. I post in a couple different groups. Sometimes about my building my healthy salad. So come join me on Connect if you're a person who has the Weight Watchers app. You should join me there. So that is it